Hey guys, it's Sarah. I just wanted to come on and do a tutorial on that XMH Beauty makeup that I got to go to that class and get all the makeup. A little bit of information on it is xmhbeauty.com. The founder and lead global educator is Dina Harmsworth. And I got to do a class with her here in Frankenmuth, Michigan. And it was like 7 hours. And then, which was awesome. Like, I was shocked at how much time you got. But you also got a full-size liquid foundation. You got a full-size powder, a trio concealer, a blender. She calls it a blender, babe. And a 6-piece contour palette. So I'll show that all to you as I go. I am getting ready for work. My hair's not completely done. There's the powder. So yeah, I'm just going to go through quickly like what I do in the morning. By no means am I anything special, outside of just how awesome I am. But I just wanted to share with you kind of some of the stuff I learned. I do use a primer. It's a hydro silicone one. Not because our makeup needs it, but because my skin's always just really dry. The older I get, the worse it gets. But the older I get, the acne gets better. So, you know, it's a trade-off. But so I do use a primer, but I don't necessarily think you have to use one with her product. So she recommended 2 pumps on our hand. I like to just put 1 pump on the top of my cap, only because just like my face is dry, my hands are really dry. I deal with paper all the time, and it just kind of sucks it up there. So she recommended going right into the T-zone, and obviously the blender, you need to get it wet, so I did that before I started videotaping. And of course I do have allergies, so apologize for all the sniffling and the kind of yuckiness, but that's my life. Of course you go up to the hairline, and I'm going for a very full coverage look, especially right now with it being cold. I don't know that in the summer I'll want to wear a full coverage face, but I haven't gotten there yet. I'm welcoming it though. I'm really sick of the cold and the snow and the crap. So, okay, so I did my T-zone. For me, I have a lot of redness, like, by my nose. So that's always, like, a really big zone for me that I like to really make sure is very protected. At the class, we got color matched by, Michelle Gatt. And so, this is a C5. And, I'm pretty light complected. I mean, sometimes I have a little bit more color. I mean, if I go to Puerto Rico, obviously I can get some sun, but even being Hispanic, I don't have a lot of brown tones, and I don't have a lot of melanin in my skin, sadly, because who doesn't love beautiful brown skin and having a nice glow? So anyways, that was all 1 pump, so that's all gone. I don't know if this is hygienically proper. I'm sure this is now full of bacteria. It's my bacteria though, and that's what I like. I like to kind of just use a little plastic top, like a little palette. And then I really feel like I also get like every single drop of the makeup, right? So, okay. So that is the liquid foundation, and now I'm going to set it with powder. That's one thing I actually learned, like, maybe it's a dodo thing, but I don't know. No one necessarily taught me makeup. I watched a bajillion YouTubes. It's all too much and it's overwhelming, and everybody's got their own way. Doing the one-on-one class, I got to learn really good core basics, and I was with people that also wanted to learn, so that was fun. And then all of her team was there, including her. And you got to ask questions, you know, and like it was like a really like judgment-free zone, and we're all just about putting our best face forward so that, you know, we were confident and we feel good about ourselves. And like, I mean, most of you know I've lost, obviously a considerable amount of weight. I used to weigh 327 pounds, size 32, and now I stay around like a 12. And I stay like in 170 zone for weight. So my face changed, my posture has changed, my level of confidence obviously has changed. Still have good days and bad days, but one thing that I know for sure is like when you have on a great outfit or you feel good in your clothes, you are more comfortable with your presence in a room. I think it's the same way with makeup, you know. If I feel like I look like beautiful all the way from the outside in, then I'm more confident and I am better at the work I have in front of me or the message I need to convey. And I don't care if the message is eat your carrots, kids. If I feel good, then I'm projecting that, and everyone around me should feel good. So, especially with our kids too. I know it might sound silly, but for me, it's the truth. Okay, so I like a really light eye. Obviously, like I said, I'm a mom. I work. I'm tired. So I put the lightest of the trio concealer. I didn't show you this, sorry. So the lightest of the trio concealer, which is this one for me, and it's starting to get empty, so I need to order more, just because I use it the most. But the trio concealer is really cool too for like all your blemishes or scars or marks. I just don't have that much. I have some freckles, but like I said, the older I get, the acne is better, because please believe it's been horrible my whole life. Okay, so now I'm going to take the lightest. This is the contour palette. I'm going to take the lightest, and I'm just going to set that concealer with powder. So this is what I do. I'm not saying that you should do it. I'm saying this is what works for me. I think you should find whatever works for you, because in the end, if you don't like your makeup, you don't like your makeup. And you're not going to come through with your strongest face and best way to give your message. So I have pretty prominent eyebrows. I do get them, I used to get them threaded, and I had a bad experience after years of doing it, and I looked angry every day for like 6 weeks. So they finally grown out a bit, and so I started plucking them and just kind of keeping my natural arch. But I do like a little bit fuller eyebrow. I'm not doing the full-blown, you know, Instagram brow. I don't feel confident with that. I also don't think I'm young enough for it, you know. So I use this brush. It's an angled eyebrow brush. I get it wet. I'm at my vanity, so I just have some water bottle. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is just take the darkest color in the palette, so that this middle one, or I guess the other way would be this one. So I'm basically just going to get the powder on the brush that's wet, and then I'm going to use that to draw my eyebrows. So I'm going to look in the mirror. I've been doing everything looking in my phone, which is stuck to my mirror, but so I'm hoping this is going to look okay to you guys. So basically I just, you know, fill it in, just to make them a little bit more prominent. And I really struggled with this part before I took the class. So I looked at, I don't know, 100 YouTube videos, and everybody did it differently. I mean, obviously there's a ton of makeup artists, professional and amateur, who, even if you're amateur, you still have like crazy skill because you've spent hours and hours and hours crafting it. I mean, that's how I was with Chocolate Covered Goodness, with all the edible art that I did. I never took a class. I was self-taught, but I will say that it took me years to learn how to do that stuff, where when I went to this class for one day, I'm good. Like, I'm good. I feel like I look good. I feel good. The one class for the day, for me, was enough to get me the basic skills. And then obviously I'm going to hone in on what truly works for me, my face, the products I have, the brushes that I have. XMH Beauty has a whole line of brushes that I was not able to get my hands on at the time, but it's on my list of things I want to get. But I do have a lot of brushes. I have Real Technique brushes. They're not the best. They're not the worst. Honestly, I had a line of credit at Ulta, and so I used those. That credit card is now paid right back off. But yeah, so it was just easiest for me to get them at that time. So, okay, my eyebrows are done. I'm now going to go back with my spoolie brush, and my little sister Micah left this at my house like a year ago, and I love it. I don't know where to get it, but I love it. So it's just a little brush that I can brush my eyebrows with. And even my daughter, who has really thick eyebrows that are beautiful, and she thinks they're beautiful, which is the most important part, uses it. So I'm just going to now kind of soften the line there, just so it's not super, super prominent. And I kind of like that, like, faded into dark look. But yeah, so this works for me. I like it. This feels good for me. And then I do use eyeshadow primer. Again, it's just a personal choice. I feel like if I use the primer on any eyeshadow, it stays on. I am going to use, for two of the colors, her palette, and then the rest I'm just going to use this sparkly eyeshadow that I have from Ulta. And a lot of my other products are Ulta brand just because they're obviously a little bit more affordable. They have sales a lot. And again, they're not the best. I am going to work on getting the full line of XMH Beauty because I really do feel like it's quality. Like, this makeup stays on all day. And I don't know if any of you saw my Facebook post where I had taken my son to Legoland. He turned 8 in February. And so we took him to Legoland for his birthday. 4 kids total. And I'm taking the lightest color in the palette and just going along my eyebrow. Just again, I like a light eye. So I'm going to retouch up the corner here. And I'm going to go back over here again just because I like it light. I like it light and bright in my eyes. So, okay. And this, again, is the lightest color in the palette. Then I'm going to take this kind of a brush here. And I'm just really, I typically pick between this one and this one. And I think today I'm going to go a little bit darker. I do have my green on for St. Patrick's Day. And so you're always supposed to use this finger, your weakest finger, or under your eye, really for your whole eye. Habit-wise, I always use this one when I'm doing this part of my eye. And I have a pretty big eye. Like, my ratio of lid to eyebrow is pretty large. It's changing as I get older. I'm noticing I'm getting, you know, some drooping. The shape is changing a bit. I'm getting a little bit more hooded eye. But everybody has different eyes, right? Like, so my sister, drop-dead gorgeous that she has really, really hooded eyes. And so, like, she has to stay away from sparkle because it just kind of makes it worse for her. And she doesn't feel good if she wears it. So she sticks with matte, and she's found tips and tricks to work for her eyes. I really wish she could have went with me to the class because I bet she could have asked directly what's the best way for my hooded eyes to be. Obviously, I don't have those eyes, so I didn't ask that question. She also does a master class, which was like a day 2. I was not able to go to that, but it's in my list. But yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna take a more flat eyebrow brush, this one here, and I'm gonna get it wet. Again, just with my spray bottle because I'm at my vanity, and I'm just gonna pick a sparkly one from the top because I like sparkle. And when you get the brush wet, it kind of gives it a creamier, like, liquid feel. And I think it stays on a little bit longer, but also I just think it kind of maximizes your sparkle and your shine. I bought something called, I think it's called Sugar Bakes or Sugar Kiss or Sparkle something. I don't know. I can't remember. I haven't gotten it. We did like a bulk order at the class, and my friend has it at her house, so I have to get it from her still. But that's like a very diffuse sparkle. I also got like a really bold sparkle that you have to put on like with this glue. And that'd be more for like New Year's or whatever. So this other stuff is for like every day, and so I'm really excited to get it. I just need to go get it. Okay, so this is the trio that I'm doing for my eye. I take another brush and just try to like blend it a little bit. Not a whole lot, obviously. I don't want to remove what I just did, but just to blend it a little bit. Then I'm going to take, and I just realized I forgot to do my basic contour. So I take this brush here. I take the more gray-brown color right here, and I'm just going to do basic contouring. It's nothing dramatic. So right at the ear to cheek line is what I learned, what I remembered, because it's a lot of information. I mean, I was taking notes, and I wish I would have retained more, but you know, you're in it, you're doing it. I'm going to take another class. The next opportunity that I have to do it again, I do want to do it again. Plus you get a whole crazy amount of makeup. So it's like totally worth it. It's really just like this crazy bonus. I can't believe that they offer that for that price. Plus you get all the makeup. I mean, and we even got lunch that day. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I just felt like super bonused all day long, and I really enjoyed myself. So, okay. So basically, I just did the top of my forehead here because I have a little bit big forehead. I did the cheekbone by the ear line, and then underneath my jaw line, and then just kind of went back and smoothed it all out. So, okay, I do just a little bit of eyeliner. We didn't learn a whole lot about eyeliner. I tried to get Xtina to give me a little tip or trick, but, you know, I had to respect, too, the fact that I did not sign up for the master class to like learn the smoky eye and all that other stuff. So I really do want to do that. I just, again, I wasn't able to at the time that the class was here in Michigan. I do curl my eyelashes. I love falsies. I am horrible at putting those things on. I also don't know how people use them more than once or leave them on their eye for more than one day. Being a contact wearer, that's not going to work for me. But I do, if I had a way to wear them every day, honestly, I probably would. I don't feel like they're too over the top. I think they make your eyes pop and your face stand out. But, you know, we deal with what we got. So I don't really have very big eyelashes. What I'm currently using is a fiber lash from Ulta. It's called Fabulous Fiber. I think I paid $10 for it. It works. It's not my favorite. Well, it is my favorite in all that I've ever used, but I'm sure there's better. I know I've heard of that Unique brand. I might try that one day. We'll see. But for now, this is what I have. So, she also has really high pigmented products. They stay on all day. And then I did get a lip. It's not in front of me. I'm going to go grab it. Hold on one second. You get to see my room in the dark. It's in my purse. Okay. So, I never really wore lip, but I fell in love with this lip. And it is called Jewel. And it's from, I think, her holiday collection. And that's another thing that I think is really cool about Xtina. Like, she does, like, full-blown collections. Like, she's got a mermaid collection and a romance collection and a holiday collection. And I'm sure more and more ideas are coming to her. So, again, I have pretty big lips, too. But I like them. They're fine. So, anyways, I'm going to do the bottom. I learned to do the bottom and then press my lips together. I'm supposed to blot. I don't have that with me right now, but I will when I'm over the video. And again, I'm looking in the phone instead of the mirror. Okay, so when I did the bottom lip and then pressed it up, it like almost completely covered my whole lip. So like that's an awesome way to like really maximize your product. And then I'm just going to go back and fill the top. I have a really large Cupid's bow. I think I went a little too far. Okay. So anyways, yeah, I mean, that's a dramatic lip for me, but I like it. I mean, if you feel good, like I said, you put forward good. So at the end of the day, I like the look. I think it's nice. I feel good. I need to go kind of freshen up my hair a little bit, but overall, that's my face, and I like it. I might go back a little bit and do some stuff on my collarbone, you know, just kind of hit it there and there, give a little bit more depth to my collarbones. But yeah, so that's it. I like it. I think it's a great product, and I just wanted to share. I think if you find something that you like, it's good to share. And then on top of that, how many of us go to YouTube? Like, I Google Legos. I Google everything before I buy something because I want to see if someone has used it before. So I highly recommend it. Check it out, xmhbeauty.com, and tell me what you think. Tell me if you get any, if you like it. If you get any of that sparkly stuff or that mermaid collection, I need to hear about it. Okay, bye guys.